Hello everyone, welcome back to the workshop at GTEC Motorworks. It's another day and another repair. We've currently got, as you can see behind me, an Audi R8, Type 42, the Mark 1. It's coming with a power steering leak. As you can probably appreciate, on a vehicle like this, nothing is simple. So we're going to have to strip the thing down, we're going to have a good look around, take some covers off and find out exactly what the problem is. So, wheels off, wheel arch liners off. As I pointed out before, there's a lot of stuff going on underneath these vehicles. We've had to remove the wheel arch liner in order to gain access to the power steering pipes. We've actually found a leak from one of the power steering pipes where it bolts onto the chassis. It appears to have rubbed through on its own bracket. It's a bit unfortunate these things happen, but it's one of those things you can't see until you've thoroughly stripped the vehicle down. Okay, so even with the vehicle stripped down as it was, still a bit of a tight fit. Obviously the pipe runs all the way around to the power steering pump, which is mounted to the underside of the engine. So a few moments later, here we are, and we've replaced the pipe, we've run the new one through. We've just got to remember to top up the oil and then bleed the system. Just a simple operation of starting the vehicle up, letting it run and turning the steering lock to lock. Hopefully the customer now shouldn't have any more issues with power steering fluid loss. Now, apart from the power steering leak, the vehicle's also going to have a vehicle health check. Every vehicle that comes into GTEC Motorworks has the health check carried out free of charge. Obviously, when we work on the same vehicles day in, day out, we do start to look out for common issues. We thought it would be appropriate at this time just to run through a couple of the common issues, some to look out for when you own one of the vehicles, or maybe you're looking at buying one, just things to keep an eye open for. So on the particular model that we're looking at, this is the Gen 1 Coupe, you would be looking at things like engine misfire, engine warning light. This can be caused by, most commonly, coils and spark plugs. The vehicles, generally speaking, are low mileage and they tend to pass the time schedule for the spark plugs. So that's one thing to look out for. We also have issues with gearbox oil leaks. So it's not a major issue, it's literally just separation of part of the gearbox mountings. It's fairly straightforward repair, but unfortunately a little bit costly as the gearbox does need to come out. Other such things to look at would be make sure the front storage area opens. It's an electronic solenoid operated and these do have a tendency to stick. Other things to bear in mind while we're actually here is scoring and rust on the brake discs. They tend not to be used a lot, so you do get quite a bit of a build-up of rust and contamination on the brakes. It's not really an issue if you're using it on a daily basis, but if it's something that you're going to leave in storage for a few months on end, it's certainly worth protecting these. And the same with the battery. So if you're going to leave the battery stored for a while, you need some sort of trickle charger. If you leave them in storage for too long, the battery will eventually give up. With most modern cars, it can be a bit of a pain swapping, changing and coding batteries up. So another thing probably worth mentioning is it's a normal service item, so clutch wear, both on the DSG and on the manual versions. This can be quite a costly bill, so it's something to bear in mind. Also, although this is the coupe with regards to the convertible, there are a few issues with convertible pumps. As you can see, everything's kind of mounted out of the way, but unfortunately they had to find space for the pump underneath, so it's quite open to the elements, particularly rain. And water ingress as well with regards to the convertibles, always something worth bearing in mind, whether it's an R8 or any convertible. Right everyone, well thank you for joining us here on this video today for the power steering repair on this R8. If you stay tuned, there will be more videos coming, workshop based, So if you'd like to click on the like and subscribe buttons, and don't worry, they're a lot more reliable than they look.